There is nothing wrong with feeling flattered that someone gives you a lot of attention. When we all first started dating someone and decided it's going to be exclusive, we go through the honeymoon phase where it's all about us and we spend a lot of time together. But there are some cases where there's too much way too fast. And I'm going to put this on the guys because us women are very emotional creatures. And we have a tendency of doing this more than men, even though I've seen it happen with men. Personally, I've seen it happen with men, but I see it more so with women. And that is where they just go all in, go from 0 to 100 the minute that y'all get together. I mean, it's just a matter of like a few, not even a month or two. And all of a sudden, you're a part of every single aspect of their life because they basically just showed up on your doorstep like a wet dog and just brought all their problems with them, and they would not leave. I hear stories over and over again from perfectly nice men that simply just want to have somebody in their life, but right now they're about to give up on the whole concept of romance because they've got somebody in their life they cannot get rid of. And part of it is because it's partially their fault. Now, fellas, I know you're not going to like me for this, but I got to tell the truth. There are some people in this world who are emotionally unstable, and it could be for numerous reasons. It could be psychological reasons, it could be emotional reasons, and there are and a lot of these people who are like this are codependent. They feel they have a dependent personality disorder, which is a valid term, because they feel that they literally cannot be by themselves. They do not feel like they want to breathe unless they are involved in a relationship with someone. And you probably come across one or two people like that in your life where they just have somebody back to back to back. Sometimes 2, 3 somebodies back to back to back to back all the time. You've never seen that person by themselves doing anything for themselves. You never seen them by themselves. They're always with somebody. And the minute they get involved with somebody, they'll latch on to them. And have you noticed that when you got with Tasha, not even 2 weeks after you met Tasha, you done found out her financial situation, her situation with her ex-husband, how she don't get along with this person in the family. Not even a week after meeting Tasha, then all of a sudden the next month, Tasha's problems get worse. And usually with these emotionally charged people, their situation never gets better. It always gets worse. If you notice that, situation gets worse than it was. All of a sudden, that bad relationship she had with that relative has turned into a living situation because they were living with that person before, and all of a sudden they can't live with them anymore. Then all of a sudden, the issue that they had going on at work, a month or so later, they don't even have that job anymore because they laid off. It's always to the nth degree, to the nth degree. And don't get it twisted. They're putting it out there like they're giving you their whole life story and that they're being so open with you. And they'll come to you and say, I don't know why I'm telling you all these things and exposing all this, but I'm just so comfortable with you. You just make me feel like, and then here come the tears and the drama. Oh, you just make me feel like I could just, and you know how you men are. You don't want to see your lady upset, so you kind of tugs at the heartstrings a little bit. Then you get into protective mode, and you're like, baby, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. Blah, 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 blah. Y'all got to understand, when all of this is happening so fast, you're getting scammed, bro. You're getting scammed. They want something from you. And like I said, this is the case where it's happening too fast. Now, within a month's time, you've gone from just meeting to this person to all of a sudden you're either helping pay their rent or you're having them live with you. A month later, all of a sudden, they have from no job to you paying all the bills for them. You're doing something in a major capacity, providing some kind of primary support for them within a very short period of time. And in the meantime, you're figuring, oh, well, I'm paying for the privilege because the sex is amazing. These emotionally charged people are usually very hypersexual people. And most of them wind up doing everything that you want them to do in the bedroom because they're your servant. They do everything you say. They act any way you want them to act. They do anything that you want them to do because you figure, well, I'm paying for the privilege. So, yeah, you're going to be up in there. You're going to be up there in there. You're going to have every sexual fantasy fulfilled and everything else in such a short period of time. And you're thinking that you're getting everything for nothing, but you're not. There is an end game, my dear. There is an end game. And you guys don't get it. You're running around here actually thinking it's because of you. No, honey, they had an agenda. They saw you coming. They saw how you move. They heard how you act. They did their homework. They know where you work, how much money you make, where you live, where you got your car from, who you're related to. They did their homework before they saw you. And they know what kind of attitude you had. You probably liked a lot of attention, so they gave you exactly what you wanted so they could get what they wanted because they didn't have their stuff together when they first met you. They probably never had a job. They probably never had a place to stay and was always couch surfing. And all they did was just bounce around. Probably never had a bank account, but they presented themselves in a way to attract you, and they figured the best way to get you is to do everything you say and give you all the attention you wanted. Then one day comes. Now, mind you, this whole time y'all thicker than thieves doing stuff together. Everything's great for a while. Then the day comes, let's say you got an old college buddy comes in from out of town and he wants to go to the sports bar and watch the game on Sunday. Now, the game's not on all day on Sunday. It's just for most of the day, which is not a problem. That's the one day, the first time that you're going to be away from Tasha. And Tasha wants to go to church on Sunday morning and go to such and such restaurant after church. And you tell Tasha and say, look, Tasha, on Sunday we can't go to so-and-so after church. I'm going to be, so-and-so's in town from one of my frat brothers, and, we're going to go over to such and such sports bar and watch the game and chill for the rest of the evening. So I'll talk to you on Monday, okay? A nice, sweet, wonderful, submissive, and kind and loving Tasha just turned into a monster. Oh, yeah, you find out what Tasha's about real quick. Oh, well, I love the game. Who's playing? Oh, that's my team. I'll come. No, this is for the guys. Well, why can't I come? See, all of a sudden, Tasha's not so nice anymore. That's going to be one time where you find out Tasha's got a temper, and Tasha's not as nice as you think she is. Then you start thinking, I better not fool too much. I better pull things back with her. And so some of y'all, it takes about 3 or 4 tantrums from Tasha. It takes about 6 or 7 tantrums from Tasha for you to realize that Tasha is not what you thought she was. But do you pull back? No, because you still having sex with them. And that's the number one thing you do not do with someone who is emotionally unstable like that. Once they have proven that they are emotionally unstable to that level, the worst thing you can do is to continue to have sexual relations with them because you are making it worse. You're making their situation worse than what it is. When you finally do end things, which 9 times out of 10 you probably will because you're going to get sick of that drama, it's going to be hard and it's going to be difficult. There's going to be nothing nice about it. And with you having sex with them, all you're doing is reinforcing to them that you approve of their behavior in their minds. You're creating a stronger commitment in their minds. Oh, you thought she wanted to live with you? Keep messing around with her after she done showed you her ugly. She going to be ready to go down the aisle then. It's not going to go away. And then sometime down the road, you decide you want to sit down and have a talk and say, you know what, I got a lot of things going on. I think it's just best that we, kind of just be friends, which 9 times out of 10 you probably can't, because with these type of people, it's either all or nothing. They can't just be friends with, and if you look at their history, they probably are never just friends with the opposite sex. Every single person they, have as opposite sex relationship, it was either an ex or someone that they want to be with. They have never had a platonic relationship with anybody from opposite It's never. And when you finally decide to break up with them, guess what happens? Yeah, drama. But no, you're thinking in your mind, oh, I just want everything to be nice and quiet. Negro, things weren't nice and quiet from the day you met this chick. What makes you think it's going to be quiet now? Especially now you're talking about dumping her? Expect some drama. I just said this to say this. We all love attention. And it's good to know that somebody's really impressed with us from the beginning. But there's a certain level that we know that it's just a little bit too much too soon. I mean, at some point, there's going to be something in the back of your mind that tells you something's not right. There's a certain pace that's reasonable when you're in a relationship. You got somebody all up in your everything too fast. You need to pay close attention. And for goodness sake, if there's anything physical going on, you better cut it off early. I'm just saying.